Hey mama, are your goals getting harder to achieve? Do you wake up each day and feel like, oh, I have this goal, but my willpower is like waning. It's just a little more difficult to take the actions that I need to take. Do you feel like you still want that thing, whatever that thing is? Maybe it's to learn a new language. Maybe it's going after a promotion. Maybe it is a strength or a weight loss goal. Maybe it's about being more present with your family. Maybe it's learning an instrument. Do you still have that goal? Maybe it's saving money, right? Do you still have that goal, but you find yourself without the motivation? Well, I have good news for you. And the good news is you don't need motivation. You don't need willpower to achieve your goals. Motivation and willpower, they are not important to you achieving your goals. What is important is discipline. You need discipline to achieve your goals. And I know you're going, but don't worry, I have a trick for you to make the discipline part easier. Still, I want to talk a little bit about willpower and motivation. For me, those are really the sugar high of goal setting. Right? When you first set your goal, you're like, yes, you're so excited about it. You've got this outcome. You know what date it's going to happen by. You put all these plans in place. And then little by little, right, things don't happen exactly as you planned. Life starts to creep back in. And you're suddenly like, my willpower's not there. My motivation's not there. Right? That sugar high has started to come down. So what I'm going to tell you is discipline is the actual sustenance, right? That is the part that is going to pull you through and allow you to achieve your goal. And the good news is when you think about sustenance, right, about a healthy, nutritious meal, right, you have your little plate, and on your plate, you're like, okay, I need this much protein, I need this much vegetables, and I need this much like fiber full carbs, right? You can put it together like that, and then boop, you've got a healthy meal. You can do the same for discipline. And what it looks like is saying, okay, having a little bit of an action plan. So I have an action plan. I have all these different actions I can take to move me towards my goal. Consistently doing them, so having consistency, and then having some accountability. Here's how that breaks down to deliver on you achieving your goal, even without willpower and motivation. One, if you have an action plan, you have a list of all the things you need to do to move towards your goal. It makes it a lot easier than having to figure or think something out every single day. And when you write your action plan, all the things which is basically a plan of here's all the things I need to do to achieve my goal and all the options that I have, right? If my goal, for example, is weight loss, which I'll talk about a little bit later because one of my goals is weight loss, it's not just saying, I have to do 60-minute workout every day. Like, yes, most days that's what I should be doing and that's going to move me forward faster, but that's not what I'm able to do every day. So knowing I can also look at that list and say, you know what else I can do? I can walk for 10 minutes. I can do yoga for 10 minutes and I have videos teed up, right, that I can do. I can do a HIIT workout for 20 minutes if I don't have a full 60 minutes, but got the energy to deliver, right? Having that action plan makes a huge difference. The second thing is having consistency. You've got your action plan, then you have to deliver on it every day, or at least on a regularly scheduled basis. If it's not every day, every other day, depending on what your goal actually is, it might be weekly, it might be monthly, depending on what it is you're trying to do, but you have to do it consistently. And the last is accountability. And that accountability is the thing that allows you to have that action plan and consistency easily come to you, right? It pulls you, the accountability pulls you towards your goal. And so here's what that looks like for me. Like I said, I've got a weight loss journey that I have been on. And at first I was super excited. It's like, I'm going to get back to being fit. I always joke with my husband because I'm like, I met you and I had a 6-pack. Now 2 babies later, that's not the body I have. And I'm not trying to go back to have a 6-pack for sure. That was just like a lot of intense energy that I don't have today, right? My priorities are not there. But I do want to be stronger, right? And I don't want to struggle to get down on the floor and play with my kids or to pick something up off the ground. And so I've got some weight loss and some strength goals. And when I first set those goals, I was really excited about them. And it was very easy to hop on my Peloton and go. But as time went on, it got a little bit harder. And I thought to myself, hey, you know the recipe, right? You know the 3 things that you need to move forward on your goal. So make it happen. So here's what I did. I made a list of all the different things that I can do to move towards my goal every day. And that included not just, a 45-minute ride and a cool down. It included 20 minutes of yoga, a 10-minute walk. It included a 20-minute HIIT exercise, right? A whole bunch of different ideas and things that I can do written down. So I look and say, I just lost the time and I cannot dedicate the 60 minutes it takes to work out and shower, or I just don't feel like it. Let me go ahead and pick one of these other things. Boom, right there in my face. The next thing was to have consistency. And that consistency for me meant setting a time every single day to work out. So from the time I drop my kids off, between when I start working, that was my workout time, right? So drop off the kids, between drop off and working, that's workout time. Nothing else. Don't schedule anything else during that time, put it on the calendar and then deliver on that. And then the last part is that accountability, right? Because I knew those 2 pieces together were not going to be enough. So here's where the accountability comes in. The first thing that I did was say, you know what? And yes, I had the luxury of doing this. I said, I'm going to have a trainer come to my house every Monday. Why? Because I know if I can consistently work out on Monday, the rest of the week's a lot easier. Like Monday is the hardest day for me to work out. And so having a trainer come creates that accountability. I know she's showing up. And if I text her and say, hey, I'm not really feeling it, she's going to be like, why aren't you feeling it? What's happening? I thought you had goals, right? She's going to hold me accountable to doing that thing that I said, which is working out every day at the same time, every Monday at the same time. And then I created a workout accountability partner with my best friend. So he and I both have Pelotons, and we work out twice a week virtually at the same time, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? So what did that do? That ensured I had a lot of consistency, because Monday the trainer was showing up, Tuesdays and Thursdays I'm working out with my best friend. And then that just leaves me with 2 other days during the week, because I like to work out 5 days a week. That leaves me with 2 other days during the week to figure out something to do. It's a lot easier, right, when I have that list to look at and say, I'm just going to do one of these things consistently at this time. This is the time that I work out every single day, and have accountability partners to hold me to it, right? To pull me through towards my goal. So you can take any goal that you have and break it down by creating that list of what are the things you can do, different levels of intensity and different times, plus consistency. When and how often are you going to do that? Plus your accountability, whether that accountability is through a friend, through someone that you pay, right? Like a trainer, through a message board or a Facebook group, through your partner, through your kids. Heck, your kids can hold you accountable. Whoever it is, find some level of accountability. When you add those things together, you will achieve your goals without willpower or motivation. You don't need them. You'll simply just be pulled to the direction of the outcome that you're looking for. So there you go. If you like this conversation, if you found this motivating, please come check out my podcast, The Savvy Working Mom, where we talk all about achieving goals as working moms. And we talk a lot about also prioritization and time management and how to be more fulfilled, and also how to find peace, because let's face it, it's very easy to be overwhelmed when we live in the world that we live in. I hope to see you at The Savvy Working Mom, and I also hope that you found this helpful. Just one last thing, come here. Make sure you take some action. If any of this was interesting to you, if any of this moved you or resonated, make sure that you take some action. Otherwise, you kind of just wasted your time listening to me, and I don't want that for you. All right, bye, mama. Hey, mama, if you like what you just heard, I'm now offering VIP days where we can work together to help you thrive in and out of the office. Come check it out on my website, The Savvy Working Mom.